Some news from the energy sector now, as spokesperson of CSOs in the extractive industry, Dr. Steve Mantiao, is calling for the auditing and streamlining of some funds paid in the energy sector. This is coming in the wake of payment demands made by the independent power producers for the debt owed by government. Speaking on PM Express, Dr. Mantiao urged the Electricity Company of Ghana to capture all consumers into their database to help reduce commercial losses in the energy sector.
It's very, very significant. It starts with the renegotiation of those contracts first. But again, there's a dimension that we must not overlook. There are too many energy funds and schemes that need to be audited and streamlined. We're talking about, for instance, ESLA. We don't know how much comes into ESLA and how that is managed. Then we have COVID levy, we have government stabilization payments to ECG, auxiliary services charges to GENCOs and all that. I think we need some transparency in these schemes that are all geared towards addressing the energy sector challenges. We need to audit these funds and to make sure that they are being applied efficiently. And then lastly, ECG itself will need to do much more to reduce commercial losses. We know that the metering, I mean, not all the customers are captured. Those who consume power are captured in their database. I know they are doing something about it, but they need to expedite action to ensure that they are able to capture all consumers into their database. Again, we know that at the time when the politicians got involved in the supply of meters. There were some that were substandard and therefore were not reading correctly. They need to be able to standardize all meters to ensure that they don't get shortchanged.
So should utility tariffs go up further to help in settling the debt owed the independent power producers, or Joy Business hit the streets to interact with some consumers?
A good policy, but looking at the economy system right now, that tariffs, because our income is low. So if our income is low, how basically are we going to make money to pay those particular tariffs? So I think that if they want to increase that particular payment for us to be paying based on our base, I think that our income too should also increase. If I was taking salary of 2,000, they should make it 3,000 for me, so that if I'm capable, it means I can be able to pay. So that policy is a policy that will help raise certain things in the country. But if I'm not taking much, how do I looking at the price of goods, farmers are complaining that the price of goods is low. So if I will export my goods from the north to Accra, and then they bought at a low price, how am I going to pay my bills? So if they want to implement that particular policy, I think that our things will increase. The goods or products will increase, salaries will increase, so that people will be capable of paying those kind of bills.
I think it wouldn't be economical if I overpay or paying double of that. So all I'm saying is that the government has to subsidize the electricity to make it affordable for businesses and the local or ordinary Ghanaian to afford. Doing that shows that the government is effective, the government runs economically, and it made the citizen, maybe those who want to go into the entrepreneurship or this creativity as. For government coming in with these subsidies, I think it will make it easy when they are coming into establishing business that, getting electricity is one of the factors that is keen in acquiring or running proper and effective businesses in the country. So in order for businesses not to run at bankruptcy and insolvency, there is the need that the foregone debts be cancelled, so that we move on as country and nation, so that there will be an effective running and smooth administration of the government and the industry altogether.
I would like to buy it at that price, because with the doomsday stuff, it will really affect us. So if there's light, and maybe if the amount is going to be increased or what, we will just have to try and comply with it, more than us going back to our doomsday life, because back then it was really affecting us. People were complaining about the doomsday stuff. So I think Ghanaians would have to try and understand them. They are doing it for our own good and not anything. So, as for me, in my opinion, I would just try and pay that amount. Even if they increase it, I would try. We know things are hard, but still we need to try and understand them and pay that amount.
So let's come to this realization. What about our mothers and fathers at home who don't have much money, who don't receive much? How can they give much? Yeah, because the economy is hard. So if, let's say, if they don't receive much and they are giving much, it's really going to disturb the country. Yeah, we are this time around pure water, sachet water, 50 pesos. So it's like everything, the prices are increasing whilst we aren't receiving much. So for me, I'm not in support of it.